everybody, this is Diane. Today's video is going to be a hodgepodge. I am going to show you a little haul that I got at Walmart, and I'm going to show you my new planner setup. It's the same setup, but it's a new planner, and I don't think I've ever shown you my planner before. And I'm going to do just a little bit of prep work in my Cinderella journal that I will begin using on January 1st. Let's start with the haul. So I was at Walmart today, and I rarely look at the craft supplies because they're always the same. They haven't had new paper. They have, what is that brand? Oh, I can't remember the brand that they've always had there, and they never, ever have new papers. Most paper companies put out 2 or 3 or 4 collections a year, and this one just stayed the same for years. Well, today they still had those papers, but front and center they had these. It's a brand called Ruby. Oh, let me turn it front ways. Roobee by Mara Me. And this one is called Sunny Days. Now these are inexpensive pads. They're less than $6, and they're 50 sheets each pad, so they're smaller than in the craft stores, which is fine with me because if I want this collection, I don't need to have a really thick pad of it. So this one is Ruby. As I said, they are single-sided papers, 12 by 12, and they do have them in, it looked like 8.5 by 11. Many of these, I know this one was in 8.5 by 11, and I don't know if they all are. So, all right, let's take a look at Sunny Days. Very bright floral, 2 of each looks like. I like the daisies. Isn't that pretty? Some lemons and blueberries, looks like. Peaches, maybe. I love that. Strawberries, some yellow gingham. Oh, I like that. Tomatoes on the blue gingham. Got some bees on that one. Fun watermelon, fun florals. Very summery. So that one is Sunny Days. This one is the basics, and it's just stripes and dots, plaids maybe. And these are great for just anything because they're pretty generic. And they're still brightly colored. Love that. It looks like fabric. Yeah, they do. They look like photographs of fabric, like they're woven. Well, this one doesn't. So some of them do. That's pretty cool. A grid. Big dots. These are like a painted grid on a linen type of fabric. You can see a texture in, or not fabric, but paper. You can see a texture there. That's cool. I like that. Okay, so there is the basics. I turn these right side up. This one is bold and bright. Looks like mixed media. At least that page did. That's pretty. I like that. I like that. Looks like collaged strips, torn strips of paper. Some of them look like painted pages. I'm not crazy about cheetah prints. That one's kind of cool. I like these painted backgrounds. Ooh, that one's pretty. I like that one. That one looks like a kaleidoscope. Very pretty. bold and bright. Then there is marble and washes. There's some marbling. These could make good end papers. It's really pretty. Of course, I like those colors. Again, pretty generic. That one's pretty. Looks very classy. And lastly, I have Garden Party. It's got little pink silhouettes of rabbits and squirrels and flowers. Some stripes. A bee scup with some little bees. It's a pretty lavender. There's some bunnies in the flowers. That's really cute. And some mushrooms. I like these tiny, delicate designs. There's a bigger, bolder one, but I like that too. There's a little delicate one. This one has bunnies that are rather Peter Rabbit-like. That's cute. Dandelions, looks like. Some chickens. This one has pink flowers and butterflies, yellows and pinks. And look at the bunnies. So those are some fun paper pads that you might look for at Walmart. Another thing they had at Walmart were these fat quarters for pretty cheap. I think they were $1.47. And they weren't in the aisle of fabric. They were with the fabrics. They were in that department, but they were in a sidekick. So it's just the wire thing that hangs on the end of the aisle. And I could not resist these. It's like they're getting their spring stuff out before Christmas. So we're going to open these up. I love this daisy print. And there were more. I just kept finding ones that I had to have. For $1.47, why not? Isn't that pretty? So that opens right up. That's a fat quarter. I love that. And then I like this gingham. You know I like red gingham, but this one looks a little bit different. I don't think it's a true gingham. It looks more like a kind of a plaid. It's 18 by 21 inches. There's that. I like it. It looks farmish. And we have chickens to go along with it. I also got a bottle of Fabri-Tac at Walmart. That's really cute. It looks like chicken wire behind. And then there's a chicken and a rooster. Very pretty. And I'm saving this one for last. I like this. I don't have a lot of yellows or oranges, so I grabbed this, and it looks like a trellis or lattice. And strawberries. It's got some ladybugs. There's a trellis behind. That's very pretty. I love the colors. That spring green. And I liked the colors of this floral. Oh my goodness. I just like the background color and the yellow. It's very pretty. Now this one has my heart. I thought I had one with bunnies, but maybe I was just thinking of the chickens and this one. Look at them. They're ducks. They are ducks. They are so cute. I love this. So you can look in your fabric department at Walmart and see if they have some of these fat quarters and those paper pads. I'd be interested to know if you have them in your stores. I'm pretty sure that they just arrived. But like I said, I don't look there very often. So, all right, now I have used for years a Franklin-Covey planner, and I've had several over the years. I like the ones that zip because I just throw my pen in there. The pens that I like to use are a tight fit in these loops, so it's a pain to put them in and out. I just throw the pen in, and that way I can zip it up and the pen stays there. So I had a blue one, and I was wishing I could get a new one, but there was nothing wrong with my blue one, and they're expensive, so why would I just get rid of it and buy a new one? But then I noticed that the rings were not working properly. They were gapping and not closing, these top two rings. So I thought, well, that's going to be a problem because the paper will catch on it every time I turn the paper, and it's going to be a problem. So I thought that's my opportunity to buy a new one. So I went to their website and I saw this one. It's not real leather, but it's faux leather. And I love this design on it, and I love the red color. I used to have a big red one. That might have been my very first Franklin-Covey planner. And it has a little heart, little metal heart there. So there are 3 different sizes. I think you can get them spiral bound wire, the 3-ring, well, not the 3-ring, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ring binder. So they're binders or they're spiral bound, and there's different sizes. You order the planner, and then you order the pages separately, unless you're getting the spiral bound, because that's how they come. So I always get the classic size, the bigger one. So that's what I did. I ordered the classic size, and I put it away so I could get it on Christmas morning. But then the mechanism in my old blue one just stopped working. So I couldn't open it. I couldn't close it. It had a gap, and I just had to hold it open so I could get my papers out. So I disposed of that, and I got this out, and I put my stuff in it. I actually enjoy setting up my planner between Christmas and New Year's. So I'm kind of waiting to really get it set up, but I just wanted to show you how I use these. I use a double page spread which this past year I'm just using one page. So this would be Saturday, this would be Sunday. But in this case, this is Saturday, because I can write my schedule here and I can take notes over here if I want to for any reason. So I can only put in 3 months at a time, I think, and then it's full. So I just store the other pages, and as the month is done, I take them out and put in the next month. But this part, this is when I noticed that this is a little bit shorter. It's classic size, that's what I ordered, but it's not as tall. Like, this part is shorter, and I held it up to my blue one, and there was about that much of a difference, maybe a little over an inch difference. So it has these little slots that you could put cards in, credit cards and whatnot, but I don't use this for business. I just use it for around the house and keeping lists and chores and stuff. And I used to, well, I keep these in here, but I don't even use them anymore. That was when I was working, so I would put a green dot on my working days, green for money, and a pink dot on the days I was watching my grandchildren. And then a yellow dot for, I had orange ones too, yeah. So either yellow or orange was for appointments, and the other one was for fun activities that were planned. But I don't even use them anymore because I don't watch the kids that often. And I don't work. So I just kept them there in case I want them for something. And then behind this one, I just keep my my weekly, well, it's my chores, what my assigned chores are for the day. I don't stick to it, I have to tell you that, but I try to. So certain days of the week are for cleaning a certain room of my house. And then in here, and it's hard to get them out because it's not as tall. I keep grocery lists. Now this is a pain because this is too big. So I have to fold it to stick it in there. I still love the planner because I love the color and the design of it, but I don't like that they made it small. And I might just cut this out, this pen loop out, because it gets in my way. It's just, there's just not enough room here. So I put my shopping list in there, and this is my menu plan. I have 3 months worth of menus, and I rotate them. So one is for March, June, September, and December, and then February, May, August, November. So I pull these out when I'm doing my weekly plans and write down my menus and then make my grocery list. And I don't always stick to the menu plan either, of course, but it's really helpful to have it because that way I'll get meat out of the freezer. It's really hard being by myself to plan ahead with those things. But I started, doing this when my husband was with me, so it was nice to have. I'm getting a phone call. I'm going to let it go to voicemail because I don't know who it is. Anyway, it's just really nice to have your plans set. I just keep some note paper in here. Now these are part of the Franklin-Covey planner system. They call them a weekly compass, and there is this holder that you can get to keep these in. So you just take one out, and there's a whole system with Franklin-Covey where you make your life plan and your goals and all of that. So then, what matters most? It says weekly compass, what matters most, your roles and your goals. So your roles are employee or employer, wife, mother, grandmother, whatever your roles are that you want to focus on. So you write that, and then your goals for this week pertaining to that role. I don't use it for that. I just keep it in here. Okay, for example, this is in here right now, and it has a list of Christmas baking that I want to do. And I just did this one today. And so I keep that there, but then I take another one and I fold it in half so I don't use the whole thing up. And I put that in here so I can still see my list up here. But this one is for the week. And I just make a list of things that I want to accomplish. That doesn't matter what day I do them on. I just want them there. So then as I travel throughout my planner, I move this from day to day. So that just moves along with me. And it's cracking and coming apart because I was just pulling it out carefully. You know, I wasn't just ripping it, but it wore on it. So then I just started opening it every day to move it. And I don't want to do that anymore because maybe that's why my binder system broke down. But that's how I use my journal, or my planner. So I just, anything that's time, like I want to do this at this time, or if I have appointments or whatever, they can go here. And then anything that I can fill in, like doing laundry, I just write it here and know that I'm going to do that today. And any other thing like that. And then down here it says expenses. That's where I write my menu for the day. And then sometimes when I have this double page planner, if I didn't do something here, like if it's my day to clean the kitchen and I didn't do it, then on my next day, I might write it over here. Because this day has a different room to clean, but I want to remember I didn't clean the kitchen yet. So if I have time, I want to look at this list over here. Or any other kind of note I want to write over there. And then in the back, I have another of the bookmarks. And I'll just put this here. I'm not meaning to show you all my stuff. Not that there's anything I need to keep secret, but you know. So this will be after the last calendar page, and I keep this here just so I can flip to it and see it just barely fits in there. It actually doesn't really fit in there, but I can still zip it. It's kind of irritating that they did that. Anyway, I have lists back here of books I want to read, or if I really like a song, I might write it down so I can look for it on Spotify or YouTube Music or something. Just some lists back here, that sort of thing. And I do have a list. I have a bunch of books and I write them down as I get them. I think it's part of my ADD or compulsive, what do you call it? Obsessive compulsive thing. I like to do things in an order. So I have my book list written down in different categories: fiction, miscellaneous, Bible study books, and things like that. And I try to kind of go in the order that they're written down. Oh, I'm giving away my secrets. So let's see what else. And then up here, before we get to the calendar part, I have, well, it's not in here now because I haven't really set this up for the new year, but up here I will have lists of organizing or projects or things like that I want to accomplish. And I just have to remember to look at that. And I know other people have really organized systems for making sure they move their project list throughout the journal, but I just do it the way that comes natural to me. So that's my very beautiful new planner and how I will be setting it up. I hope that you enjoyed seeing that. It doesn't really have anything to do with junk journals, but kind of junk journals and planners can be related. I know some people decorate their planners. I don't have time for that. So now I'm just going to do a little bit of setup. What time is it? Okay. I want to cover this and then maybe add my corners. So I got this paper pad for doing the Barbie journals, but look at the colors. It's perfect. So I figured I would find a page out of here to put on that back cover. And I think I'd like a small print. Well, I don't know, because there's a small print here. So maybe I would want a bigger print there. That would be cute. I was going to say I'd like something with pink and blue, so I think I'll use that. Seven and not quite 8. I think it's 7 and 7/8. And this will be 5 1/4. Yep, that looks like it's perfect. This feels like it's clogged a little bit. It's not coming out very good. Well, our weather warmed up. We got some snow the other day, and then it's like it snowed, started in the afternoon and then snowed all night. And it wasn't like, I don't think it was more than an inch really, but it was our first real snow that didn't melt right away, but then it melted that day. I mean, it actually stayed on the ground for overnight and part of the day. But it all melted, and then it rained in the evening, so then it was all gone. That butterfly looks upside down. But what about that one? Yeah, I gotta turn it. It's hard to tell because that stem is upside down now. But I don't want the butterflies to be upside down. But today, I don't know what the temperature is now, but it was warm. I wore my winter coat to go do my errands this morning, and I had to take it off. And then when I got home, I had to take the sweatshirt off. And now I'm wearing a t-shirt. Now, I worked on unclogging this before I got started on the video, so hopefully it's gonna come out. Oop, the bubble popped out. Yes, it's flowing freely. So I put a little glossy accents on my metal corners just to help hold them in place. And then I use my little hammer. Some people use pliers to pinch it down, but I get marks when I do that. You do it, I mean, you can just pinch it down with your hand. You can just fold it down, but I put too much glue on that because it just came right out. But yeah, and I get marks with the hammer too. Okay, so there's that. And I'll put the rest of them on. I kind of hold it in place when I'm knocking down the first side so it doesn't knock it off kilter. That looks pretty good. See, that looks really pretty and elegant. And Danielle included these with my journal in the pack of goodies. So she does things like that so you can customize your journals the way you want them. Now, I just want to see, the first day I use this, do I need to do anything to it? I can write on this where my life is right now and my kids, you know, what we're doing. Get me so that if when I come back and look through this journal, I can just read that and say, okay, this journal was from this part of my life. I love this applique that she included. The colors are perfect for this. So again, this, like my other embroidered flowers that I bought, they have this kind of plasticky iron-on adhesive. You can't glue this down, so I'll have to iron that to something and then glue it down. So what I'm thinking is I'll make a fabric pocket. Actually, I just thought of it just now. And iron it to that, and then adhere that. Let me see if I can pick out a fabric real quick, and that's all I'll do is pick out a fabric. These are some Tilda fabrics that I ordered from Etsy. They're all the same print, but they're different colors. I think Tilda is in England. I was hoping to not cut this. It's just a little woven ribbon that says Tilda Quilt Collection. And it's called Jubilee Collection. And I always think of Tilda Swinton, the actress, when I hear that name. But it has nothing to do with her. But this might be a good one. Nope. I need something that will show off that applique instead of drowning it. So I have this. I think that would be lovely. This is from the Kathy Holden Leather and Lace collection. I don't have just decorator fabric, but those are right on top here. I mean, designer fabric. I have other ones too, including vintage. But I think this is what I'll go with. So I will cut this to pocket size and iron this on and then glue it here. And I'll put something in the pocket. And it'll be ready for me to write on the first day. I could put this envelope in the pocket or this card that she included in the kit, in the bundle. I love this. This would be cute. So I'll figure that out. And she had that applique tucked right in here. Looking for some washi tape to decorate this page with. This is pink floral with little gold swirls, and that's a pretty pink floral. Pink and yellow. This is pink and blue. Any of these would go well in this journal. Maybe I should keep them with my journal bundle. Wonder where my fabric washi is. There's some more pink and blue. Oh, here it is. Oh, this would be nice with it. Okay. I think this is Tim Holtz. I'll put some glue on that. I think the fabric will stay. Fabric washi will stay well enough. But this won't. Since this journal has a lot of pinks and blues, I'm going to have a lot of fun working in this because I love pink and blue together. And she included these little paperclip bead dangles. So what I could do is just put them throughout the journal, and then if I want to clip something in, I'll have it right in the book and I can just grab it. I love this paper. Okay, so they're set. Yeah, I think I'll glue this on as a little pocket here. I might change that out for something else. Got this pink ephemera. That's a digital card. Well, so is this. Okay. Well, that's a good start, I think. So I am all set to start working in this on January 1st. So thanks for coming with me today as I work on getting the first few pages ready and the cover. I think that looks really pretty. And I'll see you in the next video. I hope you're having a creative day. Bye.